Welcome back to Elite Queer HS online class. Subject Business Studies, Class 11. Today we'll continue Chapter 1, Nature and Purpose of Business. In our last class we have completed discussing about the features of business. Today we will continue from profession. I've already discussed in my previous video that the work of rendering service independently in exchange of fees with the help of special knowledge and skill gained through higher education and training is called profession. The salient features of profession are: number 1, economic activity. As the professionals earn living with the fees earned from the profession, it is one type of economic activity. Number 2, well-defined body of knowledge. This body of knowledge consists of principles, theories and techniques which are evolved through scientific method of observation, experiment and experience. Number 3 is restricted entry. We all know that nobody can enter into a profession without specified degree. For example, nobody can enter into law profession without LLB degree. Similarly, nobody can become a doctor without MBBS degree. That is to say, the entry into a profession is restricted by professional degree. Number 4. Professionals have to take higher education in order to acquire educational degree required for entering into a profession. At the same time, they should be trained for rendering services efficiently. Thus, higher education and training are required for entering into a profession. Number 5. Every profession has a professional association which regulates entry into concerned profession, grants certificate of practice and develops code of conduct for its members. So in order to enter into a profession, it is compulsory for every professional to become a member for the concerned professional association. For example, a doctor becomes a member of Medical Council of India, whereas a lawyer becomes a member of Bar Council of India. Number 6. Every professional person has to abide by an ethical code of conduct. The association of relevant profession frames this code of conduct to ensure the self-discipline among its members. Number 7. Every professional gives priority to providing services to their clients with his best effort in order to maintain the high status of his profession. So, service motive is a common feature of all professions. Number 8. Professionals accept fees as remuneration from their clients in exchange of rendering service. Although they earn living with the fees, but earning fees is not their principal aim. It is their subsidiary aim, because every professional gives more importance on client satisfaction than earning fees in order to prove his proficiency. Next we have employment. We know when a person works regularly under another person or a concern according to the contract in exchange of salary and wages, it is called employment. The salient features of employment are as follows. Number 1. People are engaged in employment for earning living. So employment is one type of economic activity. Number 2. There are two parties in every employment. One party offers employment and the other accepts it. The party who offers employment is called the employers, and the party who is appointed in an employment is called an employee. Thus, there exists employer-employee relationship in the employment. Number 3. An employment is a contractual relationship between the employer and employee. This means that a contract is performed between the employee and the employer. The contract may be either written or oral. It is more safe if it is written. Number 4. In order to be employed in an employment, the employee is required to possess education, qualification and training as prescribed by the employer. Number 5. In the case of employment, the employees are required to act with the code of conduct as prescribed by the employer. Number 6. Wages or salary is the remuneration of the employment. So the persons who are appointed in employment gets wages or salary as remuneration. Number 7. Retirement is compulsory in all types of employment. This means that every employee is appointed in the employment for a particular period and he has to retire from the employment after expiry of that period. Number 8. In employment, every employee works only for his employer. So he always has to perform work given by his employer. Our next topic is economic objectives of business. It refers to all those objectives which are concerned with the earning capacity of the business. We may not obtain satisfactory result from business immediately with its establishment, as to stand the business a long period of time is required. So every business enterprise aims at survival in the long run. Number 2. Businessmen earn living with the profit earned in their business. Number 3. Every business enterprise wants to grow in order to survive in the competition with the rivals. Number 4. Every business aims at creating new customers through entering new markets. Number 5. Innovation means making the existing products more useful and creating new products through new ideas. It plays an important role in creation of new customers. So, innovation is essential for growth and expansion of business, and hence it is an economic objective of business. Number 6. Optimum use of resources refers to proper use of them by avoiding misuse and wastage. Misuse and wastage of resources increase cost of production. But in order to survive in competitive market, every business has to produce better quality of products at minimum cost. So the target of every business is to produce better quality of products at minimum cost through optimum use of resources. Our next topic is social objective of business. It refers to all those objectives which are concerned with social welfare or social service. The objectives are as follows. Number 1. Supply of adulterated goods, inferior quality goods and harmful products are detrimental to the survival of business, because customers prefer all those products which are of right quality and are available at reasonable price. So the important objective of business enterprise is to supply of products with right quality at reasonable price. Number 2. Unfair trade practices like black marketing, hoarding, adulteration, overcharging, etc. hamper the image and goodwill of the business. So every business enterprise has to avoid all these undesirable activities to keep its image and goodwill intact. Number 3. Unemployment is a major problem for every society. It hampers smooth flow of income in the society. It creates income discrimination. So, for the social interest, every business enterprise should create sufficient employment opportunity without any discrimination as to caste, religion, sex, etc. This will improve the public image of the business. Number 4. The success of a business depends on cooperation and untiring labor of the employees. So every business should aim at welfare of its employees so that they feel encouragement and motivation in doing work. And in order to encourage and motivate the employees, they should be provided with fair remuneration, good working condition, housing facility, medical facility, etc. Number 5. The business enterprise which participate in social welfare programs enjoys an special reputation and public image. So, social service is an important social objective of the modern business enterprise. They achieve this objective through making donations to school, college, hospital, charitable institutions, research centers, etc. Number 6. If a business makes environment pollution, the local public will protest against the business. So every business has to pay proper attention to this effect, that the environment is not polluted by the garbage, the polluted smoke and the dirty water of the factory. Our next topic is role of profit in business. The main objective of each business is to earn profit, because a business cannot run smoothly without earning sufficient profit. So profit plays a vital role in business. People are engaged in business to earn profit. If there is no possibility of earning profit, no one participates in business. So profit is the driving force to carry on a business. Number 2. The role of profit in business is just like a stimulator, because the more the profit is earned, the more the owner of the business is stimulated to carry on his business. Profit not only helps the earning living of the owner, its importance is unlimited also in the expansion and development of the business. Number 4. If sufficient and regular profit is earned in a business, it is possible for the businessman to settle the claim of the creditors in time, to pay wages at higher rate and other amenities to the employees, to supply better quality of goods at cheaper rate to the customers, and to pay tax, fees, etc. to the government regularly. Number 5. With how much efficiency the business activities have been performed, that can be understood by the profit earned in the business, because a high profit indicates a high degree of efficiency and vice versa. Number 6. When a huge amount of profit is earned in a business, a part of the profit remains accumulated in the business as general reserve. Such reserve is considered internal capital. Number 7. If there is a huge amount of accumulated profit created by past earning in a business, it is not quite difficult for the business to survive under unfavorable conditions like recession, depression, severe competition, etc. Thus, it can be said that profit helps both the business and the businessman to survive. Number 8. In the case of carrying on business, a businessman has to bear several types of risk, such as risk of fall in demand, risk of change in price, risk of natural calamities, risk for change in exchange rate of currency, risk for changing in government policies, etc. The businessman bears this risk for earning profit. So, profit is considered as a reward for bearing risk. Number 9. The business firms earning higher profit can pay higher wages and salaries and other amenities to their employees, can settle the claims of creditors in time, can pay installment of loan and interest thereon to the lender regularly, and can supply better quality of goods at cheaper price to the customers. As a result, the firms are able to gain a good reputation in the market, and such reputation is nothing but goodwill. Thus, it can be claimed that higher profit helps the business firms to earn goodwill. Number 10. Legitimate profit makes the business healthy, and the business earning this profit can attain longevity. On the other hand, illegitimate profit makes the business weak and it hampers goodwill and reputation of the business. Now a question may arise in your mind: what is legitimate and what is illegitimate? It is nothing but the profit which is earned honestly through legitimate business activities is called legitimate profit, whereas the profit which is earned dishonestly through unfair trade practices is called illegitimate profit. Thus, it can be said that the legitimate profit has favorable impact on the business and the illegitimate profit has adverse impact on it. Today up to this. In our next class, we are going to continue with classification of business activities.